Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this live showdown between the Skaven and the High Elves. Should be quite a bit of fun. I've let the dreaded Wookiee outside, and now I am ready to play. So, as far as the build goes here, it is going to be Lord Skrulk teamed up with Double Chieftain. Essentially, we're going for a bit of a Skaven rush, something that's very unorthodox. No mortars, no Jezzails, no artillery, warp lightning cannons, mortars, all very common in this matchup, right? But today we're just blitzing in. Now, to deal with the gooning that the High Elves can bring to the table, we do have the Double Chieftain on top of the Bonebreakers here, which aren't weak to fire, number one against the Phoenixes, and I feel like they got some good stopping power, so hopefully they can fight. On top of that, I will have Skrulk with Liber One-Shoticus as well as his Rod of Corruption, so we'll see how that goes. But ideally, Death Runners find Silver Guard, Spearmen, Infantry, cut through them pretty quick. We have the Gutter Runners to support against the Monster Fight and Phoenixes. Against Cavalry, I have the Double Wolf Rat teamed up with Rat Ogres, as well as the Ixcha's Triad and some Chaff Spears on the flanks. So that's pretty much it. You know, I've never tried this build before. It's going to be the debut of this mighty Haggard Skaven build. I'm trying to think about traditional High Elves. We are on the Altdorf outskirts, so that kind of partially influenced me to want to try something new. Mortars are very good on this map. However, traditional Warp Lightning Cannon builds, some very meta builds against High Elves are actually triple Warp Lightning. It's very, very good against their monsters and their cavalry and all that sort of good stuff. But on this map, I'd probably just get shut down. So we're going to be trying the Double Chieftain, which is largely inspired by the Great Hadri's. I've seen him doing this quite a bit. Not necessarily in this matchup, but I've seen him do it in other matchups, and I was like, hey, that looks pretty cool. Brood Horrors, of course, are faster, they have poison, but they're also weak to fire, and do have lower armor. So I'm going to see if the Chieftains can be a little bit more efficient, maybe against like High Elf Archers, and against the big monsters, and all those various skirmish units. And let's have fun, man. Let's do it. It's all about trying out these new builds and exploring the nuances of the meta. So do we want to use the Death Runners in the front line? I guess we could for now. They're so fast that I feel like we could kind of change it up a little bit, and we should probably keep the army a little bit tighter together. Skaven, typically, you want to have a relatively tight formation, because if cavalry come in, you kind of get pulled apart, and it can get nasty. We can use the concealment bombs and like peel out and go different directions. And cav charges in the front line is something we have to be concerned about. That's why we're going to have the Pit Fighters plus the other Ogres up in the front. We have Skrulk Daddy plus the Double Chieftains right here. We'll put the Chieftains in 2. Skrulk can be in 1 for now. Gutter Runners in group 3, and we just get the Haggard Spears in the back. They can do their thing. Yeah, it should be a fun build though. I'm excited. It's very different. And the Guando Rats can be there, and the Doggies are going to be here, and we'll use them as like one goon squad just to kind of do our thing. Ready? Good luck, have fun. To my opponent, the Great Tequila Sunset, representing Clan BBB. We'll see what schemes he's got as far as his army goes. Enemy troop count's pretty small, so what this means is it's probably like 3 Spearmen, double single entity, probably double Phoenix would be my guess. And that's partially what I wanted to kind of play against here. I'm curious how the Gutter Runners plus the Chieftains will do. I don't have any way to heal them. Chieftains, I guess, have 70 armor. I think the Brood Horror characters have like 30 or 40, so should make a difference. All right. Cheers. Good luck, man. Let's have some fun. So here comes the rats. Yep, double Phoenix spears, which should die very quickly to our Silverin. Oh, okay, we got to control lock our group so we can move up a little bit better. We'll get our skirmishers running this way, and the Wolf Rats can just kind of follow here and put them both in the group. I forgot to do that. So we got Eltharion the Grim, pretty cool. Soul Quench is actually used occasionally against artillery builds, and I think that's what he's expecting. Is something that is going to be like Warp Lightning Cannons and mortars that he can like snipe down with Soul Quench. So yeah, I definitely dig it so far. What do we got in front? Reavers? Okay, so we just need to keep the Chieftains going. You guys can kind of screen out those rats. We'll get our Wolf Rats moving up. And now we can hopefully do some work with our Death Runners. We'll move Skrulk up, take them out, form a little bit of a flank denial, and we'll move up the Ogres also in case he wants to do a frontal charge with his Reavers here. We'll also use the clones, send them out here. Release the clones. The clone war has begun. All right, so the clones will go out here. We're just going to kind of sacrifice them as a bit of a distraction. And hopefully the Death Runners can do their job. I think it should be okay. All right, move some spears out. How's Skrulk Daddy doing? Looks like we got Ogres all over the place, so feeling pretty good. Chieftains can go over here, and you guys just keep skirmishing. Looking so far so good. All right, so let's pile in, pull you guys back. Just got to wait and see where the Phoenixes want to go, because I feel like the frontline fight's going to be pretty good for us overall. Pop this, and keep the Doggies at bay. Gutter Runners just keep skirmishing here. Now we can send you guys in to go attack that guy. Looks like this flank's getting a little bit messy, so let's go ahead and send over some units here. And Skrulk seems to have broken through the front line pretty well, so we'll just kind of pull Skrulk back now. See what's cracking. Pull the Chieftains out. They're going to be pretty needed here, and we do have the anti-large. But yeah, the Wolf Rats should do some good damage. I'm hoping they will. All right, Gutter Runners, keep moving in. We have some Ogres that aren't really needed over here anymore, so let's get the Chieftains back. Go after Eltharion the Grim, and we can use Liber One-Shoticus if we want to. All right, so we're going to pop that. Might as well. Just get some summons back here. And our gutter runners need to get away. They're like kind of trapped up here for some reason, which is very, very strange. Anyways, chieftains pull back. We completely broke the High Elf front line, which isn't a surprise. We expected to do well there. Let's get the ogres back in there to fight once again. And the gutter runners and wolf rats, they're doing okay. Yeah, we could just keep kind of chasing these units here. So let's go chase. Let's send some rats in there. Chieftains can pull in and help with the cavalry. Skrull can also fight them. And yeah, we'll see what kind of work we can get done. Very good. So we still have our halberd rats. The arcane phoenixes are in good shape. Let's kind of pull them back right now. We need to get our skirmishers back in. It's one of the only tools I have against the harass here. Hopefully the dogs can deal with Silverhelms. The dogs are actually very strong against Silverhelms. So it looks like he's thinking about maybe getting a gooning opportunity here. That's why I got the 2 chieftains, just in case he decides to do a dive. The death runners, we got the dogs. Let's get the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? I let them out, but hopefully not for too long. All right, chieftains. Skrull can group 5. Go after you as well. He's landed that character, which is excellent. The wolf rats should be able to punish the Silverhelms pretty efficiently. Let's get these skirmisher rats kind of running away. And good. So his lord is landed on the ground. Is going to be a burning head there, but I think it's worth staying the course. Just to give some extra support, let's go ahead and do this. Rod of Corruption. Wolf rats are kind of chewing on those units here, and now we need to get some support against the phoenixes. Double chieftains seem to be doing pretty well. Skrull seems happy. Let's go ahead and use the leadership buffs. And we are behind on the bounce of power, actually. It looks like a lot of our army is routing, which I feel like that's strange. Like, I feel like we're not in bad shape right now. Anyways, let's just keep the kind of pit fight going here against these units. Skrull gets a really nice blow there, but yeah, we kind of overextend a little bit. Let's go ahead and bounce out. Liber One-Shoticus would be really good, but we got to respect the rebirths. And the Guando rats, let's move you guys, pull them back, and see if the ogres can indeed finish them off. Let me chase these spears down too. All right, so this bird, yeah, got the rebirth. Really unfortunate, man. Like, we were actually pulling ahead on the bounce, and then that happened. Let's see if we can just kill Eltharion really quick. I think that's probably better. Liber will be up in a second, and we have no way of chasing those guys down, unfortunately. Let's get the ogres to intercept these cavalry, pull those gutter runners back. You can go here. And yeah, we need to get Eltharion. He's fresh fish. Like, with Liber One-Shoticus coming off cooldown too, I think we'll be okay. All right, Death Runners, go. Death Runners, intercept those spearmen. Should be pretty good. Oh, in the steel chair. Do you guys see that guy? He did like a WWF move right there. All right, let's finish this off. Now we have Liber, so if anything comes back, hopefully we can do some work. Move you guys, reposition. Burning Head's going to hit ogres, not going to do anything. And our 2 skirmisher units, or just 1 at the moment, actually. The other one looks like it shattered. So I'm tempted to use Liber here, but we haven't seen the rebirth yet. Let's do this. Pull Skrull back. Okay, looks like that one actually did die. So now we can safely use the Liber on this other one here. And that should be army losses. Yeah, looks like we got it. GG. That was a fun build. You know, I actually liked it. I feel like that build was like unexpected. Normally the Skaven, you know, are not going to bunker bust through your front line that aggressively, right? You're not going to have like your spears collapsing. You have a little bit more time. But yeah, they didn't do like crazy damage, but they did run over the spears and teamed up with the ogres. They were able to be pretty formidable, actually. Hound units did good, chasing down Silverhelms as expected. Double chieftains, not crazy damage value performance, but certainly bodyguarded quite well and really covered Skrull Daddy to carry the game. Sloppy play with our gutter runners for sure, but overall, I thought the build was quite fun. I'd like to give that one a try. It dealt with the double phoenix very well. And double phoenix, Silverhelm, you know, monster stuff can be pretty punishing for Skaven to deal with. So I thought it was quite fun. Looking at my opponent's build, yeah, this is a fine build. Silverhelms and Phoenix and single entities are probably one of the best ways to deal with Skaven in general. And yeah, it's fine. Like sometimes you'll see Shadow Warriors, you'll see Archer spam. The build I actually use is, let's see, I think it's Larry, Teclis, double Arcane Phoenix, Mass Silverhelm, Mass Reaver. Reaver Archers are really good against the Skaven. Especially if, like, against my build, they would have been super annoying. I would have had to fend them off with my skirmishers, which would not have been fun. But yeah, I think it could have endured. I think we had enough stopping power, but yeah, definitely a decent build. I think it has some teeth and certainly can do well against this. Eltharion is a little bit of an off-meta pick. I mean, he's a little bit of a big target. I think Teclis and Larry are both better. They can heal better. Teclis has nets. He's got Flaming Sword of Ruin. He's got a lot of cool stuff. Whereas Eltharion is really weak against Jezzail and Focus Fire. But he still is a big terror-causing unit. Tempest doesn't really bring anything to play. So, like, you know, usually you see Eltharion brought for Tempest. But nonetheless, it was still, you know, pretty cool seeing High Elf Karl Franz in action. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Well played to my opponent, Tequila Sunset. And we'll be back with some more wacky, weird builds soon. Take care, my friends.